Ya llegó la temporada de asados a The Home Depot. ¿Y tú, en qué estás trabajando? Si es en impresionar a tus invitados con tus asados, el asador de gas Next Grill con 4 quemadores es para ti a un precio bajo todos los días de $229. Además, también puedes encontrar todos los accesorios que necesitas para que tu carnita asada sea un éxito. Ahora sí, listo para ser el anfitrión de la temporada. Esta primavera, encuentra una gran variedad de asadores por menos de $300 en The Home Depot.
Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast.
Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast. That's right. That's Scene Snobs Jr. singing that song. It's an original. I'm your host, Mick Manhattan. One of them, anyway. And my partner in crime, the man I love, Mr. Casey the Man Plot, cannot be here this evening. And it's hard times. I feel bad for him. He does not feel well. Just to make a quick announcement, not to make light of anything. We, of course, were at Carolina Fear Fest this weekend. We had an amazing time, and we will talk about that and more. But unfortunately, Casey tested positive for COVID. And I'm putting that out there for you guys now. So say some good things, say some prayers up above. You know, hopefully he feels better very soon. But I do want to make that announcement so everybody who was a part of it or saw us is aware of that, and go get tested, go get checked. I did not know that he had tested positive till today because we don't live together. We're always running around. But I took 2 tests yesterday when I saw Danielle Harris had posted that she tested positive, and we had done the panel with her. They were both negative. And then when Casey told me today, I took one, and it is also negative again. So I don't think I have it. I will, if this goes on, we'll see, and I'll go to the doctor. But I did take 3 at-home tests, and they're all negative. Casey, unfortunately, took 2, and they have been positive. I just hope he gets better because he is a great man. I love him. He's my partner in crime, but he cannot be here this evening. He doesn't feel well. I don't want to push him. We are starting Scene Snobs Summer Camp, but I brought in a friend, good friend of the show, fellow snob, man I love. I threw him to the wolves with this. It was literally, come on, and I just drew the link. So I'm going to bring him on, and without further ado, our good buddy, Jason Taylor.
I'm always prepared to podcast. Now, I was sitting on the couch watching the Brady Bunch with my daughter, and I'm like, I can do this. So here I am.
Well, I appreciate it. First of all, I love the goatee. It looks
Thanks,
great.
Man.
I'm glad to see you, my friend. I saw your pictures from the convention this weekend, and they looked awesome.
Dude, we interviewed Sean Patrick Flannery, and you know John pretty well. John's always prepared. He's always like with the most notes and just everything for an interview. Well, John asked Sean Patrick Flannery if he had anything coming up recently, and he's like, yeah, way to be unprepared for my interview. Like, I have a movie coming out next week, and it just made my day that somebody called John unprepared. I was so
amazing.
Happy. Even though he was joking, but it was still great. I kind of.
Dude, that sounds like so much fun. That's awesome. Great times, man. I'm glad you got to do that. I know how big a fan you are, and we've talked about that in the past.
Yeah.
So, man, this was literally like last minute. Like Casey was on, he was ready to go, but I could tell he just didn't feel well, and I was like, no, like get some rest, and he agreed, and he just needs to get some rest. And it was literally like, Jason's on. Here you go. I need you. So I owe you big time for this. I appreciate you, brother.
No problem. I don't even know what the topics are. Let's do it. Woohoo!
Yeah. Well, let's go over a lot of comments coming in. I want to see how everybody's doing. Radar's here. What's up, Radar? Just saw you this weekend. Just want to say I gave you guys crap about the shirt for a year, and Paul quadrupled the crap I'll give him this year. Yeah. Listen, you finally got both shirts signed, so you're welcome. Hey, guys and gals. Love you, Paul. Paul, I think, might not be here. He might be tapped out. Hello, I'm lost and it's dark and I can't find my snobs. I'm sorry, I know we're last minute stuff going on, but I did bring Jason. Casey isn't even here. I'm leaving. Oh, that's so harsh.
Rude.
Totally, Joe. You better be. Negative so far. All right, good, Radar. I'm glad to hear that. I guess I'm lucky. I'm negative as well. Feel better soon, my friend Chris. Thank you very much. Appreciate you tuning in this weekend, man. Being part of it. John says, hello, Mick and Jason. So good to see your faces this evening. We keep Jason busy. Between Funny Science Fiction Podcast, his own show, the Three Geeks Podcast, and this show, it's like, Jason, you're working like 3 nights a week.
That's why I shaved, is because I was on Funny Science Fiction. I was going to go down to the mustache, but I had to use my daughter's razor. Like, she had one new razor left, and I used that. And that thing, just my face was mutilated by the time I was done shaving, so I stayed with this.
Yeah, I think it looks good. I think you should keep the goatee. It looks really good on you. You know who you remind me of? I think you know who I'm going to say. Every
bald guy with a goatee?
Yes. No, what do you call it? What's his name from This Is Us? He's
I know you're talking about Chris Sullivan.
Yeah, I'm going to change I don't like this virtual background. I tried it. I give up.
I got to say, man, I know this isn't a topic, but This Is Us had the greatest second to last episode of any television show I've ever seen.
Which is? Oh, This Is Us. Yes. Yeah. The train.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Tears just coming down my face. It was so good.
So good. And the last season was hit or miss, but those last 2 episodes just really hit home.
I liked this whole season. There were some episodes I was like, that's a little weak. Like
Kate got to be a little too much in the middle. Like, I was like, come on, Kate, like, chill out. Toby's not that bad of a guy. You're like, just barely.
No, I did not think they did Toby right in that. No. They came back around towards the end. And yes, everybody, we are talking This Is Us. I've talked all weekend. We're talking This Is Us right now. Topics may change.
I'm just glad somebody else I know watched it.
It's still, so we announced over the weekend that we were doing camp, the Scene Snobs Summer Camp. So all summer long, we're going to be doing summer themed shows and talking about different summer themed stuff. Unfortunately, we had topics tonight, and we might be able to get into them. But now that everything got jumbled, we're just going to talk about whatever we want. That's going to be the best part. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But with This Is Us, I do agree with you. The train, and even the last episode wasn't impactful like every episode was, but I didn't think it needed to be. Mm-hmm. I think it just needed to be exactly where it was.
Yeah, after that, the train episode could have been their finale, and I would have been satisfied. But it was really good.
That would have been a good finale too. But I kind of liked that they showed them like Kevin, like, and his son, like, kind of connecting, and you know, just kind of like the going through the motions and
showing you that life goes on after death.
And that's why I think that's what it was. The final episode saying life is still going to go on for all of them. She's getting the notion. She's understanding the notion that they're all still going to be close, even though their mom's not there anymore. And you know, like Randall taking the happy news of being a granddad.
Yeah, good stuff.
Hi,
AJ. Hi, Kathleen.
Do you want to come on, Fred?
Fred, I'm a big Fred fan.
Fred, the double D. Summer School, one of the best summer flicks. We will get to that. We're going to have a summer school episode, so we will get to that. But yes, I agree with you.
Bikini Drive-In, George, was a classic.
Oh, my God. We're going to have to have you back for that episode. I need a legit green screen in those backdrop. I do have a green screen, but I packed everything up this weekend to go down to North Carolina. I had to unpack everything. All I took out was my mixing board, the connections for it, and my mic. That's it. I was like, everything else is still all, like, it's just chaos right here. You can't see it, but it's just chaos. And I can't get past it. But I did get this, and I love this. Look at that.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
They put out, like, these album series, and I love Iron Maiden. So, Aces High, baby. Everybody's all about the razors tonight. But Jason was right last night when women's shaving cream is the best.
Women's shaving cream is fantastic, but you don't use a woman's razor. That's my tip to all of you.
Oh, yeah. I'm just saying I didn't get asked on. Radar, how am I supposed to know? How am I supposed? You didn't all weekend. You stood on the other side of the table.
Hey, to be fair, Radar, Mick's like, I need a friend who I'm really close to, but also doesn't really do anything. And he's like, Jason, he's sitting on his couch. I know he is. I can just text him right now. So
no,
take it as a compliment.
I was hoping you were on. I was hoping you, because you've been on the show a ton of times, so like it works. But I was like, if that green dot isn't next to his face, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like I was like, I'm gonna throw it out to Aaron and stuff too. But like I was like, Jason, please be on, please be on. Mick, glad you took off the virtual background. The nerd wall is 1,000 times better. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate that.
Nerd wall is epic.
It's moving. This weekend was worth it, though. Yes, it was, Chris, 100%. Well, I don't know if Casey feels that way right now. He had a great time, though. He did. He was all over the place. He was wonderful. Casey's always a trip. He makes it so much fun. Mick literally summoned me at the con. I did. If you go watch the video, Radar. So Radar works the convention. He's a volunteer. And I saw a guy who looked like Radar from behind wearing one of the volunteer shirts. And I screamed, Radar! And then, like, Casey goes, that's not Radar. And right out of the other side, Radar walks in. What's up, Mick? I summoned him out. So, it was just a lot of fun, man. Need a black guest. I'm going to throw, you mind if I throw Sturdy on here?
Don't care.
Let's have fun tonight. Let's get crazy. I got nothing.
Hatred here.
I get thrown off when my podcast wife isn't with me.
I just got really excited, man, because they've started announcing people for the horror show in Cincinnati, and Bruce Campbell's coming. I've met Bruce Campbell, but I haven't gotten his autograph yet, so I plan on doing that. And Keith David. Keith David has been supposed to be at every con for the last 3 years that I've gone to. Keith David.
Pete David.
Keith David. From
Keith David. Keith David. Yeah. Oh.
And the guy who always replaces Ernie Hudson in movies and TV shows. I'm excited. I want to meet this guy so bad.
How far away from Cincinnati are you?
Hour and a half.
Oh, so you're just gonna like go from home? That's good.
Yeah, Kylie and I are gonna stay the weekend like we did last time.
Oh, you're gonna grab a hotel room. That's cool.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. How long is Cincinnati from me? Oh, it's like directly west too. 7.5 hours. And where do you live?
Columbus.
Oh, that's even less. That's even less time than 7.5 hours. So, there you go. Now I know. And knowing is half the battle, Jason. Knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. So this weekend we're both at cons. It felt really good.
It did, man. It really did.
It's so weird because I want to like have this huge conversation about like it was great to get back out there, go out to the cons, enjoy the community. Like being with the horror community was so great, and like it just like you can feel the vibes just resonating off everybody. And then like like Casey got COVID. Like it's like at the same time it's like I just hope it feels better, Mm-hmm. But it was a lot of fun. I will tell you, Clint Howard is one of the nicest human beings I've ever met.
I've heard that. Absolutely. How was Danielle Harris?
Oh, she was sweet. She's very nice. Really, she's a pro, man. She really is. She stepped in because it was supposed to be, we were hosting a panel of the Women of Halloween, and it was a VIP panel. And so they did it right this year because Friday night was VIP and weekend pass holders to come in and kind of, you do a VIP meet and greet, stuff like that. Hang out, whatever, talk to celebrities and go to the early vendors and stuff. And then Saturday morning they did some panels, and we were hosting one of them at like 9 a.m. And it was supposed to be the Women of Halloween, but unfortunately Scout Taylor Compton and Christina Klebe couldn't be there at 9 a.m. I don't know what happened. But Danielle Harris showed up, and she, like a champ, she just turned it into a Q&A, and we had a lot of fun talking about like her career.
That's fantastic. I was going to send you money to get me an autograph, but then this con happened last minute that we went to, and I'm like, I got to save my money for this.
Well, don't worry about that. You should have just said something. I would have got it for you.
I'm sure you would have, but I won't.
You bastard. Don't do that again. Don't you ever do that again. Just tell me next time. I don't care. I'll just ask. Like, I'm 6'8", and I'm pretty sure she's still the same size she was in the 80s.
I met the lady who played Cindy Brady in the Brady Bunch movie, which, by the way, is not appreciated as much as it should be because the Brady Bunch movie is some great satire. But she also is a voice in Star Wars Clone Wars. She's one of the nicest people I've ever met.
That's awesome. But I do
She's
need to
about as
interject.
short as she was.
I do need to interject because I feel like that came off threatening when I said that, but I meant it more along the lines of like I never realized how short she was compared to me. So everybody, I would not use my height against her or any other woman to get an autograph for Jason. It was merely my brain racking over the fact that like it was like, oh yeah, I would have asked her, but then I was standing next to her and I realized how short she was. So that's it. I need to clarify that so it didn't feel like I was sounding like I was threatening people.
AJ, the correct answer is Bruce Campbell equals everything.
Bruce Campbell, Hail to the King, baby. He is the king. Equals Evil Dead, me and Bruce Notice. He's done so much fun stuff. Are you going to Tidewater Horror Con in September in Norfolk? I don't know. I actually just got invited to another one to possibly work at press-wise. I forget what it's called. Haunted Screams Expo in 2022. That's in September, so I might have to go to that. I'm still getting all my ducks in a row for September. I know a lot of people have like their schedules ready for like 6 months at a time. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. I'm still figuring out. People ask me last minute. So I have Awesome Con this weekend. I'm working press there. I may have to drive up to New York City Sunday night to go see Jurassic World's Monday night. I don't know. I'm all over the place. I have like 3 things. I still have to watch all the boys today. For like the next day.
You finished Stranger Things?
Yeah, I finished it this morning.
Oh, so good.
It was so good. Oh my God, I'm pissed but happy that they cut it up. Because it's only a month. I can wait a month.
Yeah, people are like, why did Netflix do that? I'm like, well, one, Netflix needs some extra money because you can't get 2 free 30 days back to back. So they've got the money. And I can't believe how many people don't know that there's more coming in a month. Like, everybody thought the finale we got was it.
Like, you just think Nancy's gone for good. Dude, tell me they've written the characters so well in this season. Steve, I love that Steve's coming out on top, man. He deserves it.
He does. He's a good guy. Millie Bobby Brown, like, has she won an Emmy yet?
Has she won anything? I don't think she's won anything. Yeah. I don't even know if she's been nominated.
She's due an Emmy nomination. Get on
that. I agree, especially in this season alone. Like, and the fact that I love the way they like brought her back to look like her younger self.
Mm-hmm.
So for anybody who doesn't know, like every time they do the flashbacks, you'll see the younger 11, but when it's a memory, the older 11 is playing that role. So it's just the way they worked it out was really well done. I got another person joining us all the way from Vancouver. The man, the myth, the Hoover will blow you away, Mr. Sir Sturdy. I feel like that was one of my best like introductions.
Well, I'm from Schenectady, but that's fine.
I know, but it's Vancouver and Hoover rhyme, not Schenectady. It's Schenectady and
Skin, neck, titty, Mick.
Oh shit! I didn't even put that one together.
But I do have a message for you.
What's that?
Puerto Rican Chris. He said, "You guys have to do the Batman together."
Okay.
Told me to tell you hi, which was probably went first, and he loves you.
I love you too, Puerto Rican Chris.
I love you too, Puerto Rican Chris. I've never met you, but I love you.
Sturdy, you need to get this guy on your show. He's a big horror fan too. Jason, Sturdy Jason.
I'm down.
Good to meet you, man. Good to meet you.
I mean, I'll even say this. Great to meet you, of course, but I don't know what you're doing this Thursday night at 8 o'clock Eastern time, but if you're free, we are reviewing this movie right over here, Weed Wolf, and actually the Scene Snobs are going to be on. I have a few people on. It's going to be a fun time.
Well, I'm hoping Casey will be on. Unfortunately, we just found out that he has COVID. So he's not feeling too well. If he says he's going to be on, I don't doubt that he's going to be on. I told him to stay off tonight and get some rest.
Get some rest. Yep.
Yeah.
It's like you're ready for Thursday. I appreciate that, Mick.
But yeah, get rest for be on point. You cannot be dry on Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
After
he's
that,
gotta feel better. He's on the Geeks on Sunday, I believe.
Jesus, he's pulling triple duty. He's all over.
yeah, I hope he feels better. I hope he feels a lot better.
Yeah, he will. He'll pull together. He's a tough cookie. You take one bite out of him, and he stays there, ready, all together. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I miss my friends. Yeah, so we're okay. So we're talking about Stranger Things. Have you watched it yet?
Absolutely not yet.
All right, no spoilers then. No spoilers for anybody anyway. It just came out.
No spoilers. I will say I was surprised at some of the horror elements in Stranger Things, Volume 4. I loved it. I jumped twice.
Everything. So Sturdy, you do watch it though, right?
Oh, I love this shit. So that's like my wife and I have a few shows that we actually like watch together. There's no like jumping ahead, and this is one of them. So we just didn't get a chance to watch it yet. Hopefully sometime this week.
My daughter sat me on the couch and goes, "We're not leaving the living room until this show is done." I said, "But I got no, we're watching this, Dad. Today, all 7 episodes. Let's do it." So we did it. We were up till like midnight, but we made it.
It's a great way to do it, but I'll tell you, it's more horror based this season. Now I know every season is, but this season way more horror based, I think.
Yes, that just makes me happy.
Do they tap every horror resource they can?
Oh my
you
God.
See Nightmare on Elm Street, you see Halloween in there, you see Friday the 13th, you see them all. Amityville, the whole, like everything's in there. You can find something that kind of puts together. Which one?
Yeah, Pennywise.
It. Oh yeah, 100%.
Representative. Absolutely.
Fear Fest. That's in August, right?
Fear Fest. Oh, Carolina Fear Fest. That was this past weekend.
Or maybe they meant next year. If you mean by next year, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try my best to. I actually talked to my wife about it, saying we wanted to try to go to it. One big thing, obviously, is the funds, but yeah. We'll see. I would like to go, and I would like to somehow get in connection with whoever runs that con to try to bring my podcast down there as well and have a great time. If not, I'm bothering the Scene Snobs all weekend.
That's fine. I guess that.
I'll probably do that either way. So it's gonna be, doing my podcast stuff and harassing Mick, or just harassing Mick.
I'm good with either. I'm definitely good with either. We met a lot of podcasters this weekend, which is a lot of fun. One kid Dax has a wonderful podcast called What's Under Your Bed. He came on the show. He stumped the Scene Snob. He got the trophy. He got me with a crazy off the wall one. He's like, what Jaws knockoff movie from 1978 did Priscilla Barnes, who also starred in Devil's Rejects, star in? And I'm like, I don't know, Piranha? Like, I have no idea. He goes, nope, Tiger Bait. And I'm like, wait, what? And Tiger Shark Bait is what it was called. And I'm just like,
that kid's awesome. I had him on my podcast about a month ago. Him and his dad came on.
Nice. Yeah, his dad was there too.
I'm actually going to get them on again for a movie review because they came on for we were just basically just talking horror in general.
Nice.
And you guys definitely got to check out his show. I was just so amazed by his knowledge of horror. So amazed and so happy because I'm like, us three right here, I'm sure we all grew up. We're around the same age-ish.
Yeah.
And we all grew up watching horror as kids. If we were sneaking or watching with your older sibling or whatever, or your parents are cool with it, whatever the case may be. And now I feel not as many kids get into the horror that they don't watch as much as we did then. And I'm just like, it feels so good when you hear someone's kids watch horror and enjoy it and all that stuff. I'm just like, you know what? You're raising your kids right.
I'm slowly getting my daughter into more things. We just watched Trick or Treat for the first time, and she liked it.
That Trick or Treat is awesome.
Nice. That was a good one. There's a lot of Sams there this weekend. A lot of people dressed up like Sam. I love the cosplay. I love it all. It's just so much fun, and I can't wait for AwesomeCon this weekend to see more. But yeah, overall, it was such a fun environment and vibe. and this year is bigger than last year. But the celebrities, everybody was. I didn't meet one celebrity that wasn't awesome. They were all awesome.
That's good.
And by the way, everybody, we're going to have our interview with Danny Hassel from Nightmare on Elm Street 4 and 5, and our interview with Chris Mulkey up on the podcast, up on the YouTube page tomorrow. So make sure to check those out. Now, Chris Mulkey, if you don't know who Chris Mulkey is, the guy's been in everything. He's been on like 300 movies. And we got to sit down and talk with him. And I think the thing that messed me up the most was we were talking about Ray Liotta passing away. Well, rest in peace, Ray Liotta. You know, we love him. And he had worked on a bunch of movies with Ray Liotta. And he was like, yeah, it's really sad. I just heard about it. And it's crazy because it's like the day after he passed away. We were talking about it. We were like, yeah, I don't know what's going on this year. It was like, just a couple of weeks ago was Fred Ward. All of the blood like flowed out of his face. He was like, Freddie died? And I'm like Casey and I are both like, yeah, he died 2 weeks ago. He's like, oh man, Freddie was such a great guy. He used to paint with my wife.
Wow.
And I'm like, did I just tell this guy his friend died? I'm like, geez, what? It's like, I'm not saying another word for the rest of the time. No, but he pulled it together real quick. We had a wonderful interview. He talked about his entire career. Talked about Robert De Niro almost hitting him with the baseball bat and the fan.
Interesting.
De Niro's just nuts.
Interesting.
I can see it.
It's amazing. We're Damn Gamers here. People's attention to detail for cosplay is dope and inspiring. It absolutely is.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm like, holy crap. Even with the kids. Like, it's not just, and don't get me wrong, even the Halloween costumes, that's what I do. I'm not that skilled, I'm not that crafty, and I'm not that financially stable to get to get those cosplay, those costumes that those people wear.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And they make them. Some of them they make right out. They're crazy.
Like, if I made my costume, I wouldn't even judge. You know what? Forget it. I'm just going to go in regular clothes. I don't know why I wasted my time doing this stupid shit. But those cosplay, I love them.
Well, what is so if you guys could put money aside, it's just you can have the perfect cosplay outfit. What would you go as? Like, and not any genre.
What would I go as?
Yeah.
Jason Voorhees from Part 7.
Okay.
Or Candyman. Just because the whole black thing would just be, I figure I'd have to be a lot taller for both of those. I'm only 5'8", so I don't have the height.
Hey,
if Tom Cruise can look tall in his movies, 5'8" is going to be easy to do.
You got a point.
Sure.
I have a point.
What you got, Jason? What would you go as?
That is a good question, man. I don't know why that's the first thing coming to my mind. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. That's what I would go as.
That'd be a funny one. That'd be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect cosplay, which means I look like Jim Carrey.
That'd be funny.
I would. I'd probably go as. I don't know. All right. My massive weight aside, maybe Kirk, Captain Kirk.
Okay.
Like legit, like Kirk too. Actually, if I'm picking any of the outfits, I'm picking the J.J. Abrams movie. I love that look. I love the look of the uniforms.
I do too.
All right, for both of you though, what about horror? If you're doing a horror cosplay,
Ooh,
Ash. I would go as Ash.
Ash would be a good one, but I've actually done Ash for Halloween once, and it did not look good. I just didn't pull it off. And in fact, I think I got so annoyed by it because I did Ash, but I didn't do chainsaw hand Ash. I did just holding a chainsaw. Mm-hmm. And I got tired of it. And this is back when I was in much better shape than I am now. And I had a white tank undershirt on. And I got tired of it, and I just took my shoes off and my socks and took the blue shirt off and put the chainsaw down. And I was like, I'm John McClane. So I just stuck with that.
I'm done.
It did not feel well because it was very cold that night, and I had no shoes on. I smoked, so I was always outside. Yeah, no, I just the cosplayers, man, they I don't know how I don't even have the time for that. I watch some of them and I'm like, this is too much time on your hands.
Mm-hmm.
The time, again, the talent, if you're making it on your own, I'm not going to be doing very good.
Yeah. Oh, we had this weekend we had these two little kids. They were like maybe 3 and 2, maybe even 3 and 1, but they were both wearing overalls with like boots, no shirts underneath. And they had like hockey masks and little toy chainsaws, and they were rolling around with them. They were all in on wearing those masks and everything. I was like, man, my kids would wear a mask for like 3 minutes and be like, it's hot. I don't want to do this. Like, cosplayers, you are not.
I think how old are your kids though?
10 and 5.
They have opinions and all that stuff now. That's why.
Yeah.
You do it when they're like 1 or 2, and you just keep doing it and cheering them on, wear it with them. You trick them into thinking they like it and they don't. You can't do that with. You definitely can't do that with a 10-year-old.
No. I mean, during Halloween they take them off pretty well. The 5-year-old still keeps them on, and that's the one thing. Like, the 10-year-old's all in anime, which is cool, and he wants to go as all his favorite anime characters.
Mm-hmm.
The 5-year-old's all in the horror.
There you
So
go.
every Halloween, he's like, all right, I've been Jason. All right, I've been Ghostface. I've been Michael Myers. So like at Freddy this year.
That's
Better
awesome. Be. Better be. Every year just skips Freddy. Oh,
Jason, awesome. I meant to ask you, did you guys have a live show this week?
No, we did a pre-recorded one because we were at the con all weekend.
Was it a new one or just an old episode?
It was a new one. We did a remake revolution of Firefly with some nobodies.
How did that go?
It was good. They did a really good job.
Who did you pick as Mal?
Some no. Who did some no? I don't remember the choices at this point. We recorded it like a month and a half ago.
Jesus, you guys are all prepped. Like, I don't have anything in the tank. I record nothing. It's all live.
You know what, Mick? I used to do pre-recorded shows, and I stopped doing it. Well, not just because of laziness, but I've had technical difficulties over time, a few times, to where I lost like 40 plus episodes at once. So I'm just like, all right, you know what? Let me do this live shit.
Yeah,
we do it live too. This just happened to be a fluke that we had this recording. We have nothing in the tank either.
I get because I used to do. That's a good
one. That's a good one.
What I used to do. Chris is Maui.
Chris is Maui. Yeah.
Yes.
I can see it.
Yes.
Chris Farley, Beverly Hills Ninja. I need 3 friends so I can go as 3 ninjas.
All right, I'm in.
All right.
Tum Tum.
Is whiteface, is that offensive to you guys?
It is not offensive to me.
Okay, I'll be Rocky then.
That's it. That's the end of my statement.
I'll be Rocky.
Fine, I'll be Colt, the lamest one, but he wears blue. So I guess I'm okay with
Colt's
that.
not the lamest one. I thought Colt was the middle one who, like, I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, Rocky and Tum Tum were the coolest, obviously.
Tum Tum was not cool. Tum Tum ate jelly beans, and that's the only reason I want to be him.
Right now.
Okay, you're Tum Tum.
I'm fine with that.
Darren, have you watched that movie lately? That movie
I haven't seen it.
Highly problematic.
I've seen it recently. I like it. I still laughed at the scene with the robbers trying to kidnap the kids in the middle of the movie. I still laugh like a lot.
I just
don't understand how Mr. Miyagi was their grandfather.
Oh my god! And the best part is, so you think, like, you see the father, and the father's a white guy, and you're like, all right, so the mom has to be Asian.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
And then you see the mom, and she looks just as much as a white person as anybody else. In the movie, she says, I am half Asian, you know. I don't know why they had to make her half Asian. I mean, I guess to offset the completely Wonderbread white kids that they used for this movie. When you have Ernie Reyes Jr. out there, so many more.
You couldn't get a half Asian white woman or a half Asian, half white woman to play the mother, even if the kids don't look fully Asian. Just one of the kids is half Asian. Boom. The mother's half Asian, one of the kids is half Asian.
Sadly, that wasn't an option in the 90s.
Or just pick an Asian actress, because the mom's barely in it. And if that's the racism that they're going with, like, oh, we can't have any, we have a 2 Asian limit within this movie, which I feel like that's probably what happened with the studio executives back then, and their coke fueled, like, let's put together Home Alone and Jackie Chan movies together. Mm-hmm. That's the only way this movie came about.
3 sequels.
But yeah, with Hulk Hogan, let's throw him in there. Hulk Hogan was like king of the sequels for a little while there. But the mother could have just been Asian, or she could have been half Asian. Mm-hmm. And they said she was half Asian, but she was played by a Mexican actress. So none of it makes sense.
Jesus. I'm laughing at the irony, not laughing because I think the situation
every bit of this. And I was picking on that movie recently because I know a bunch of people who love it, and I was just like, see, they're so racist they even paint their masks white.
Yep. They do. That's why when he said whiteface, I'm like, the masks are white. It's fine.
He paints it white to hide in the room that's getting painted.
Yeah, I guess I'll just wear the mask the whole time. You take the mask off now. No.
It is. I do not find it offensive. So
I guess me being black in the movie would make just as much sense as a Asian grandfather having 100% white grandkids, like a 100% white daughter, 100%. Well, the father-in-law or the son-in-law is different, but 100% white daughter. And, hey, here's what happened. Okay, she thought she was. Here's how I'm gonna tie this together. She thought she was half Asian because whoever Mr. Miyagi's wife was at the time, she cheated on him.
Okay.
With a white dude. Okay. Boom.
Or she was adopted and never told.
Or that. Or that.
But... Look at us defending 3 ninjas.
Chris wants to be Tum Tum. But Colt was his guy. You can be Colt. Is it Colt or Colt?
Colt.
Colt?
Like the horse?
I think with an O. I don't remember.
Yeah, COLT, like the football team.
Christy Yamaguchi.
Just remember, Rocky loves Emily.
Oh God,
Emily.
Those movies were just so like ridiculous, and I love the the narration they do in the beginning, which is like every summer we go to our grandfather's camp, where he teaches us how to be ninjas. I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, that's a grandfather who has dementia. He's like, kick this, just kicking buckets everywhere.
Mr. Miyagi taught it's okay. So you have. No, that was Jackie Chan, though, as Mr. Miyagi in that one. I was because he taught, what's his name, Jaden Smith, martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
So you got the black kid.
That's a good version.
I enjoyed it, too. And then you have 1, 2, and 3, Mr. Miyagi just training white kids. He didn't train any Asians at all.
They have 4 of those.
4? What was the 4th one?
The next Karate Kid with Hilary Swank.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And he trained him. Yeah, that's right. I thought that was 3. So, okay, so 4. Either way, he didn't train any Asian kids. Come on, Mr. Miyagi.
Well, my favorite quote about Karate Kid is, Mr. Miyagi did not teach Daniel to believe in himself. He taught him how to kick people in the fucking head. There's no message in that movie that says, believe in yourself and you will do this. He's like, no, learn the craft, do it, and kick him in the fucking head.
I mean,
right.
That's the best way. That's the best way to learn how to defend yourself. Like he's pretty much like, you know what? I'm not going on this I'm not telling about this long ass journey. I'm skipping the bullshit because when my master taught me this shit, I hated the fucking story too. And I mean, he's not like they went to wherever he was from, his country. Was he Chinese American? But if they went to China,
no, it's Japanese American.
Sorry, was he Japanese American?
He was Japanese. Then he moved to America.
Okay, so
immigrated over.
Had they had it there, I think it would have been more of like the custom kind of how they would do the training with the story, with all the other this is peaceful and all this shit. But coming here to America, this violent, it's like, nah, fuck that. You gotta learn how to fight. Tired of you getting slapped around. My shit broken because you can't fight.
Every time he starts getting his ass kicked, Miyagi has to step in.
Yeah. All over the world, man. And this goes back to what I tell the young teens. Girls make you do dumb shit. He would have never been in that fight if he just didn't mess with the girl, didn't try to talk to the girl. He ends up getting her, yes, but...
Not for long, because in the beginning of the second one, it's like, oh, man, she left me for the football player at the... Like, it literally, she's written off super quick, and there's a new girl in Japan for him. Then he leaves her and he starts dating Ryan Reynolds' sister-in-law, Teen Witch, Robin Lively.
Gets around. He can fight now. I feel safe.
He can. I mean, I don't know how he beat up the bad boy of karate, Mike Barnes, but I mean, I think that's BS.
I don't think he will in this new season of Cobra Kai when Mike Barnes shows up.
Did you see oh my God, this whole show pisses me off. This whole show. You're getting a rant now, people. I love this show. I still love it. But it is ridiculous. There's no redeemable qualities about it because I hate to break it to you. They've gone too far. Too far.
No, I bought it. I'm buying it all. I just accepted it. It's all in. I'm all in on this show.
Okay. I see Spice Dirty's face. He doesn't watch the show.
I haven't seen it yet. I do. It's one of those shows where, like, one, if you guys spoil it, I don't care. I do want to eventually watch it. I just feel like I might have to watch the movies again at some point. I'm like,
that's fair.
Do that. But carry on, man.
Well, I will say this. Okay. Without talking about any of the kids that are on this show and all the turmoil and fighting that goes on there, and it's disastrous. All right? On epic levels. It's awesome. Johnny opens up Cobra Kai. Daniel gets mad, opens up his own dojo, and they keep going at it up into the tournaments. Then the second season, John Kreese comes back and starts working with him, Johnny, at Cobra Kai. John Kreese was the guy who ran it in the original.
Sweep the leg.
Sweep the leg, yep. Then in the third season, they're working together. He took over Cobra Kai, and Johnny was out. So now he and Daniel have to work together.
Oh no! First you forgot Eagle Fang Karate.
Oh, Eagle Fang. Yeah, he started his own called Eagle Fang Karate. And then he had to team up with Daniel to stop Kreese, who now in the fourth season teams up with Terry Silva, the bad guy from the third one.
Jesus.
So now,
it's great.
So now Johnny and Daniel are out. Johnny and Daniel realize they can't work together, so they're off doing their own schools. So now that so Terry Silva takes over Cobra Kai and gets John Kreese arrested. And now it looks like he's going to be bringing in the bad boy of karate, Mike Barnes, which I'll always say it that way, and you'll never stop me.
I'm sure we're going to get Hilary Swank, too, at some point.
We're going to get everybody at some point. And now Danielson has called in, what's his name? The guy he fought in Karate Kid Part 2, the Japanese gentleman, who has been on the show before, because he did go visit Japan and see them. But he brings him back to team up with his dojo so they can go against Cobra Kai.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
It sounds like a lot of fun, though, at the same time. As ridiculous as it is.
It is.
Man, there's a certain point, like episode 1 stays fairly close to like reality, but in episode 2, something happens where you just accept what is happening, and then the rest of the show is just that. And I think it's fun. It is fun. That is the best way to describe Cobra Kai. It is fun.
I'm not mad at that.
And William Zabka, I'm surprised he hasn't gotten an award for anything because he is the standout of the show.
He is fun. Even Elizabeth Shue came back at one point, and like it's
really
just
well. That was done really well.
That was
Didn't
done.
Feel
shoehorned. It's just ridiculous.
Johnny doesn't know how to work the internet because he's still stuck in the 80s.
That makes no sense. How does he survive for 30 years?
His computer battery dies and he goes to return it because he doesn't know how to charge it.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
my father always hated the Karate Kid because we're from New Jersey. He was from Newark in the movie. We're from Jersey City. And whenever that movie would come on, he'd be like, this movie is bullshit. And he'd get mad. Like, you see my rants, his rants were worse. And he would get up and walk out. He's like, if you don't watch this shit, I'm out of here. And, like, we'd always ask him, like, what's the problem? He's like, there's no way a kid from Jersey can get beat up by any sissy California boys. And, like, going after him. And we're like, it's a fucking movie, dude. Calm down. Like, what are you doing? He's like, he just hated the fact that all these, like, sun-dried California kids beat up the Jersey kid. I'm like, Dad, I realize that you were born and raised here and just pretty much stayed here your whole life, but there's a whole world out there. They know karate places.
Worse. Like, other states and cities know how to fight. It's not just the East Coast.
He does not believe that.
You know what it is though too. It's like how they portray it, because they portrayed, especially back then, they portrayed like, let's say New York and New Jersey is like tough, rugged, whatever, and then the West Coast was always like high class, preppy. You slap them around, and they had the look of it, but they weren't that. The kids that he was talking about in the movie, they had that look, but they knew martial arts.
That's true.
That's what it was.
Let me ask you guys this. What's your favorite? Let's talk about LA first. Let's say like West Coast. Let's go out to LA. In a movie, what's your favorite visual representation of Los Angeles in a movie? Like when you look at it, you're like, wow, this is awesome.
Huh.
I'll tell you mine.
Women in bikinis?
No. Should be. It's Beverly Hills Cop 2.
I don't like that one.
Well, you're all right.
It's part 2 at the.
All right. Goodbye, Sturdy. No. Somebody's got to get kicked out at some point.
Is part 2 at the Is that the carnival shit or whatever?
No, that's
No, that's the third one.
Sorry, part 3 I don't like.
Yeah, Beverly Hills
that's
Cop
fair.
2 is one of the best action sequels.
It's so good because now you come out right out of the gate and they're already, and it's such a good movie. I like it better than the first. I love the first. Don't get me wrong, but I like it better than the first because it's also Tony Scott directing it. So you get that like golden hour hot sun look. You know, and, like everything was about it. I just loved it. I thought they really did a good job with it.
It varies for me because I guess it depends on the genre of the movie. Like, for example, what the hell was it? The NWA movie. Like the way that it portrayed,
Right,
you took
yeah.
that from me.
Yeah.
the way they portrayed the West Coast, and like knowing, not knowing all of the music, but just knowing some of the music and just some of the things from watching documentaries. I'm a person, I love documentaries. I watch like any type of documentary, but because we're talking about this, like gang documentaries. And when they show the city, they show like, and especially when they show what's going on in that movie, so you kind of get that from it. Then you get the visuals that go with it. So if it's like that, then that. Comedy wise, I guess I'd have to agree with you on Beverly Hills Cop. Anything that shows the San Francisco Bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge, that I'm like, okay, I'm in. I'll check it out.
I'll tell you, my favorite look for San Francisco has always been Zodiac. I don't know what it is. I love that or Cuffs. Who's seen Cuffs?
Cuffs! Oh my god, I love that movie.
Oh my
I saw it
god,
in theaters
Sturdy!
like 12 times.
Cuffs.
Fantastic.
I see that, don't I?
If you're gonna watch a dog shit Sound of Music movie on your show, Popcorns and Pints, you need to watch Cuffs.
Oh, it's a Christian Slater classic.
It's so weird and good. It's like private police force in San Francisco, and like Christian Slater takes it over from his brother when his brother dies, and like he's always kind of like been like a haphazard type.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, you need to watch Cuffs. No, it's Kuffs.
KUFFs? Right.
Yeah, because his last name is Cuffs. I know none of it makes sense, but
it's got Tony Goodwin in it and the Resident Evil lady. I can't think of her name right now.
Remember Tony Goodwin just died in every movie? He was like the Sean Bean of the 80s and 90s.
He doesn't die in Cuffs, but he probably wishes.
Yes, he did. He was the brother.
No, Tony Goodwin was the partner that got dosed with.
Oh shit!
Bill.
I'm misremembering. I thought he was the brother. That's why he got killed. You better not be lying to me because I'm going to watch it.
I just got that on Blu-ray actually a couple of weeks ago.
Nice. It's such a fun movie.
It's
They
one of
made
my
some.
best.
All right, I know this is unpopular opinion, but has anybody ever seen the Eddie Murphy movie Metro?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I like that movie. I thought that was a good one.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, Naked in Tahiti, that was his goal.
With Michael Rappaport playing like the SWAT sniper who
That guy's
turns detective.
That guy's funny. Michael Rappaport. He's always in black movies. Him and what's the other one? Jesus.
He's got a lot.
Gary Owen.
Yeah.
Yeah. They both like have huge street cred from where they grew up.
They do. And that, see, and I love stuff like when I don't care I don't care what color you are, but when you're from that actual atmosphere, love that. I love when you're actually from that atmosphere, from that, from that urban environment or whatever type of environment you're from that's portrayed in the movie. When you're from that in real life and then acting as that, it's more believable than, say, someone that's not from that atmosphere at all and then trying, because they overdo it.
Yeah.
These guys are just natural with it. You see how they talk on their podcast and on TV and shit. I'm like,
well, that's it.
That's not an act. That's how they are.
No. That's a one thing. And it pisses people. Actually, I just got called out by it not too long ago when I was on somebody's show. Because I'm from, for lack of a better term, the ghetto. Mm-hmm. And I'm from Jersey. And we have a very strong dialect when you're from the ghetto in Jersey. Like, you have that, what they try to convince people is New York accents, but really, it's more Sopranos-ish, I would say. And I worked hard to get rid of my accent, like when I wanted to act and stuff like that. So I don't have one now because I've lived all over. And I was talking to somebody about it on their show recently, and they're just like, "Well, that's not genuine." And I'm like, "But this is how I talk now. So it's not like I turn off the mic and I'm back to what I was. This is just my.
I can't turn this off, guys. I can't just stop."
Yeah. Hey, Johnny Depp on the trial scene talking with his French accent. It's like, dude, you're not from France.
Oh my
You're from
God.
Kentucky.
Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial is a fucking atrocious mess.
Can they win Emmys? Because they both deserve one.
They both deserve nothing, is where I'm at.
That acting is just ridiculous.
Both assholes. That's what they get. And you see, here's the thing. It's not defamation when I call them an asshole. Because they're assholes. It's truth. Truth to word now.
Speaking of which, I did see on Facebook earlier, somebody made this whole thing, instead of saying number 1 and number 2, say R. Kelly and Amber Heard.
I heard that.
Now,
you can't just roll over that. You got to give us a second.
I have more to say about this as to why I don't respect the Amber Heard part of it.
Okay.
She didn't shit on a person. R. Kelly peed on a person. If she shit on a person, then I think she deserves that title. So until she just pooped on the bed. Who hasn't done that?
She pooped on a pillow, and that could give you pink eye.
Well, word.
Hey, it happens. He should have smelled the pillow. Like, if she shit on his pillow and he didn't realize it, take God in his face, that's his own fault. You should have realized it before you laid down.
Well, she can hold the spot until somebody actually shits on somebody, and then they can take it over.
We can go with that, because if somebody actually shits on somebody, then it's like, okay, they did it. They did it.
I like those.
Let's just say, for argument's sake now, for the rest of their lives,
mm-hmm.
she is going to be the woman who shit on a pillow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if she didn't do it, even if she's just innocent of it and it was the dog did it or whatever, even if it was an angry, disgruntled gardener or something, she, for the rest of her life, is going to be marked Amber Turd, the woman who shit on her husband's bed.
Hey.
That sucks.
That's something, though. I mean, it's better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah, she's going to be known. Put it this way. She definitely wants to be known for her acting career, so she's going to be known for something at least. Then you'll be like, oh, shit, she was actually... Then, here's how I'm going to spin it so it's positive. Shout out to you, Amber. Do it on him next time, though. They'll say, oh, wow, this is the girl that shit on the bed or shit on the pillow. Oh, let's see. She's an actress, so let's go watch her movies. And then, boom, then they'll watch her movies. They might not like them.
Yeah.
At least they
when
watch.
her career dries up, she can sell Amber Turds.
Amber Turds.
People are actually into that. So
that's true. She could start an OnlyFans for just like, I'll shit in his bag and give it to you.
Yeah. Or I wipe my ass with this pillowcase, and there's people that are disgusting enough to buy that shit.
But I'm telling you now, like, there's never going to be a time in her life where she's on set somewhere. It's probably going to be a Kevin Spacey movie in, like, France or something, because that's the only place they're ever going to be able to work again. She's going to be on set, and everyone on that set, she knows in her head from now on that she knows that everybody on that set is wondering if she shit on somebody's fucking pillow.
She did.
That just sucks.
I mean,
got a question for you guys before we end the show. Did anybody go to the Danger Zone this weekend?
I did.
Did you?
I did. I saw it. I saw Top Gun Maverick.
It's my favorite movie of the year, and I'm shocked that I'm saying those words right now.
I have not done a full review on it yet. I need to, but I'm going to say this. I liked it a lot. I enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed the first one.
I liked it more than the first one, to be honest. I thought the first one's very 80s, and I thought this was genuinely a good movie, and I liked the cameo in the middle of the movie. I thought that was really done well.
Yeah, actually, I might like this a little bit more because of the different angle they played, but I will tell you this. It's like everybody holds Top Gun in such high regard, and I never did. I was always kind
of... I don't either.
I was like, I like it. Whatever.
That's why I was blown away by this movie, because it was way better than I thought the original.
I wasn't. I was like, this is good. I'll watch it again, but it's not great, you know.
I haven't seen it in a long time, though, and I didn't watch the new one yet. I'm going to though.
Yeah, you should. It's good.
We're probably doing it on Popcorn and Pints.
That'd be a good one, dude. Do that one in Cuffs.
Yeah, watch Cuffs and the other Tom Cruise movie, Night and Day. Those go better together.
Night and Day was dog shit.
What?
Oh, wait. Night and Day was Amber Heard shit.
No, come on. That movie was funny.
I hated Night and Day.
I love that movie. Tom Cruise is showing up.
I don't even think he was the problem. I liked him in that movie. I didn't like her.
I mean, she's an acquired taste, I guess.
The original did wonders for Kawasaki Ninjas. It's true.
Yeah.
And if you watch the sequel, you'll see that it does again.
Yeah.
It's the same damn bike.
I might have been thrown off, too, by how good Miles Teller was. Because other than Whiplash, he's in such shitty movies. And I thought he was good in this one.
I can't stand his face. He annoys me.
Well, he looks like Anthony Edwards in this movie. So.
I understand where you're coming from, Mick, just with a completely different actor, but I get it.
Yeah, I'm like that with Drew Barrymore. I can't stand her face.
I will say this. I hope Anthony Edwards got a lot of money for just his pictures being in this movie, because that Anthony Edwards carried Top Gun 2 on his back.
He was the star of that movie.
He was the star of that movie without being in it, because the entire damn thing was about Goose being dead. The entire thing was about
him.
Damn.
I like that plot. The son trying to follow in his dad's footsteps, and Tom Cruise's character not wanting the son to follow in his dad's footsteps.
Oh, no. It worked. Listen, it worked. But, nah. Like you better pay Anthony Edwards a ton of money.
Give him some money. Make it rain.
They used his picture freaking everywhere. Miles Teller was a carbon copy of him in the first movie.
That's why he was good.
Everything he did. Anthony Edwards deserves so much money. And that's all, like, do not take it away from him. He deserves it. That man was in ER for years.
Told him off on that too.
As if that matters. All right, guys, we're starting to wind down. But
summer movies. Let's talk about them.
What movies?
I'm just kidding. Summer movies. Isn't that the topic?
Oh, wait, let's finish off with Obi-Wan. Who watched Obi-Wan?
I haven't yet.
You neither of you have watched Obi-Wan yet.
I'm being loyal to my son. I gotta wait for him.
All right, I get that. It's so good. Who's a Star Wars fan though?
I am. Apparently, I'm a bigger Star Wars fan than most Star Wars fans. So,
fair. I enjoy Star Wars. I'm not a super fan, but if it I could throw it on and watch them, I just haven't in a long time.
It's so good. Ewan McGregor is a genius, man. I love it.
This is Mick. I'm telling. This is why you got to go on the Worst Damn Gamer show, because he stays up to date on all this stuff.
Yeah, man. Oh, I love being on a show if they weren't at midnight.
Well, he's
so late. This is late.
I think for that type of stuff, like Batman and stuff, because he said stuff that he records with you, he could do pre-recorded content. Just, I guess, the Marvel stuff he wants to keep midnight.
That's fair. Like, I can do, like, a couple of the Marvel movies. I can't do them all, because every Saturday at midnight would just murder me. So they work with me. All right, well, we'll work together. I love being on your show, man. I'm in.
Oh,
I get invited on shows all the time, and I tell them no. 3 Geeks podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
by the way,
I don't get invited.
I did not like Black Widow. I watched it for the first time and reviewed it Saturday on Midnight Matinee. Didn't like. I gave it a 2.
Sorry, man. I'm the only one that I know that likes that movie.
No,
I
I
liked it.
enjoys it. They called me crazy.
Oh, really?
I liked it. I thought it was a good movie, but it wasn't what it deserved to be. Florence Pugh, though, as Yelena, killed it.
Mm-hmm.
Said this asshole gave it a 1.
I thought I gave it a 2. Either way, 1, 2 wasn't for me.
I'm down for the Batman, Chris. I'll be on.
There you go.
Just let me know. And also, I have to put together Real Combat. I will be getting in touch with everybody. You guys are on the list to do that. So Real Combat Season 2 is coming back very soon.
AJ, you're going down. I don't even know if we're playing each other, but you're going down.
Speaking of Real Combat, I know you guys have a plot roast coming up with a movie that I won with on Real Combat, which is ridiculous that I won that, but I'm happy I did. But this is going to switch into a question to you, Jason. Have you ever seen the movie Blood Lake? Came out in 1987. All right.
What's it about?
It's
I list
no
this.
one knows.
No. I was going to say it's on Tubi. Go to Blood Lake. It's the one that looks like a horrible Freddy holding the highlighter. I guess it's the best way you can describe the movie cover. I would love to hear your opinion on that. And if you, I forgot what you said about coming on for Thursday for Weed Wolf, which is also on Tubi. If you can come on there, let us know how you feel about Blood Lake, and then review this movie with us as well, Weed Wolf.
Get on.
Yeah.
I will say, guys, if you are interested, our new episode of Plot Roast is Halloween Kills. Our next one is going to be The Stupids. Basically, how it works is all of our Patreons give us movies to watch. We watch them, we roast them, we put it up. On our YouTube channel now is the cut version. You can go check out. But if you want the uncut version, join our Patreon. Links down in the description. Both these guys are, so they can watch the uncut. Let me know what you think.
Oh, I
Stupid?
Huh?
I was saying, did you say The Stupids, Mick?
Yeah, we have to watch The Stupids next. That's the next one.
Oh, so bad. It's one of the 3 movies I've walked out of.
It's so stupid. It is stupid. It is stupid. Paul, thank you for. I have a lot to say about that movie, and I'm going to save it for Plot Roast.
I'll probably end up watching that one, The Stupids, just because.
Don't do it. Just do yourself a favor and don't do it.
It can't be any worse than Blood Lake, Mick.
It's so it. I think it is. I
definitely.
Where'd you find it?
I had to rent it too. That's the worst part.
Oh,
I had to rent that movie. I'm so mad. I had to rent that movie.
The only thing I remember is them choosing the rollerblades over the car because they had more wheels.
It had more wheels, yeah. He looks at the car. He's like, 4 wheels. Oh, no, he looks at the bike and has 2 wheels. He's like, 2 wheels. And he looks at the car and goes, 4 wheels. Well, 4 wheels is better than 2 wheels. Then 8's got to be better than that. And then he's on rollerblades. And I was like, this joke did not land.
I was a huge Tom Arnold fan at the time, too. So,
The only memorable thing about that is that stupid song he sings, I Am My Own Grandpa.
Oh, boy.
All right, I got to end the show. You just pissed me off by talking about The Stupids. You ruined it for me, Jason. No, I'm kidding, of course. Guys, thank you very much for joining me tonight. I truly appreciate it. You guys are amazing and so much fun. Go check out Jason on the 3 Geeks podcast. It's live every Sunday, unless it's pre-recorded, but it is live every Sunday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. A lot of fun. He has some great guests on. They have some great conversations. And then my man down here, Sir Sturdy, Horror with Sir Sturdy, every Tuesday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. You can check out his show. On Saturday nights, make sure you go check out Popcorn and Pints. It's a lot of fun where they review older movies, and it's a good time. They're all a great group of guys in both shows. I should say all 3 shows. But, yeah, go check them out. It's a lot of fun. I occasionally get invited on, and when I do, I have a great time with all of them.
Which he's going to be Weed Wolf on Thursday.
Weed Wolf on Thursday. I said I'd be there. I'm going to be there.
You guys can see him on Thursday over on Horror with Sir Sturdy. And Jason, open invitation for you. Or actually, it's this way.
I would love to be, man. Send me a friend request on Facebook, too.
Yes. Mick, can you connect us, please?
I can do that. Yes, I can. Maybe I'll put you 2 up against each other on Real Combat. That'd be a lot of fun. All right, so guys, thank you so much for joining. I am, of course, Mick Manhattan. I'm missing my good partner, Casey Plott, who is under the weather at the moment. Wish him well.
Yeah, get well soon, Casey.
Yes, thank you guys so much again for joining. Guys, if you are interested in following us on social media, talking to us all over the place, join our Discord. All the links are down below. Join our Patreon if you are interested. We actually picked up a couple more this weekend at patrons at Carolina Fear Fest. So thank you very much for that. There's some amazing people we met and are watching the show. You can watch or listen to this show anytime on our YouTube channel or all podcast platforms. I got not much more to say. Go check out our merch store, shit like that. Have fun.
Casey, one more thing.
Yeah.
Get better soon, or Amber Heard and R. Kelly are going to make a visit to your pillow.
Oh, my God. Don't do that. I'm going to just shield them. Like, why are you doing this to me? Leave them alone.
Oh, you're a hero.
All right, everybody. I will talk to you guys next week.
You're going to make it fly like an angel.
Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. I'm the Scene Snob, Mick Manhattan. You can check out the Scene Snobs podcast live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel or all podcast platforms afterwards. Also on our YouTube channel, you can check out great shows like Real Combat, the ultimate debate show for movie lovers, mixed movie picks with new recommendations every week, Geek Fest live every Sunday night, and new movie reviews and news all the time. Like and subscribe, then hit the notification bell so you know when all of our new episodes drop. Thank you so much to all of our amazing Patreon supporters, with whom this would not be possible. They help keep the lights on and support us in such big ways. If you would like to become a supporter on our Patreon and take advantage of all the perks like monthly giveaways, early access, and so much more, head on over to the Scene Snobs Patreon page and just sign up on one of our 2 tiers. Join our awesome community of geeks, movie lovers, and so much more, and join up on our Discord. The Scene Snobs Discord is now live, and you can head over to thescenesnobs.com for links to there and more. The Scene Snobs merch store is now open with original fun designs that are available on all different types of merch and apparel. Check out thescenesnobsmerch.com. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to all of our social media accounts like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and so many more. We have fun updates, topics, we talk about collectibles, and so much more on there. It's a great time. You can find all of our links to everything on thescenesnobs.com or on our link tree, which are down in the descriptions below. Thanks again, everyone. Stay tuned and stay geeky.